It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world, with Brian as Paxton the human cleric and fighter, Chris as Aster Fortuna the half-elf rogue and bard, Ashley as Tara Dane the human fighter, and me, Mike, as the DM. The heroes of World 83 have managed to get themselves drafted into the Blood War, an internal conflict between demons and devils. The former administrator of this level of the wizard complex, the Conjuration level, made a pact with the devils that keeps the demons contained here. Kremex, the leader of these devils, has made the heroes an offer. If they will sneak through an anti-fiend zone on the north side of the floor, his devil forces will distract the demon horde. This should allow the adventurers to steal the keys to the portals to the plane of Avernus, where the Blood War is raging. They can then attack and destroy the demon gate, and then return to the devils to give them the other portal key. The devils promise that they will wipe out the rest of the demons and leave, allowing the party to explore what remains of this level. Finally, Kremek says he will give them another portal key, which will open a portal to yet another plane. This portal lies just north of the main spiral staircase on this floor, and through that portal they're hoping to find another fragment of the magic wand they're seeking. Whew, that's a lot to keep straight. Hopefully this will all proceed exactly as planned, with no disruptive distractions or unexpected interruptions. Another strange-looking creature. It's got a long spiny tail and some pointy horns coming out of its head, and it sort of trudges by a little bit quicker than the big slow thing. This little thing is tiny. This thing with horns is a tiny little thing. Kind of reminds you of Yapka, except no wings.
Okay. Okay, Tara's like kind of mapping out the place that she's exploring.
They don't appear to have noticed you.
And then she's gonna kind of sneak past that hallway and go up to the door at the end of the hall.
All right.
Kind of figures that the rooms are going to be open spaces where they might see her.
So you go to the room at the end of the hallway. This is a wooden door. It appears intact, and it is labeled conference room.
Yeah, I open the door.
Okay. A long wooden table made of some dark stained wood dominates this 60-foot by 40-foot room. There are several empty silver mugs on the table, and the chairs appear to be in good shape. Sitting on the west end of the table is some kind of cradle or mount. It looks like it held a tube or cylinder, but whatever it held is now missing. There is a piece of parchment on the table next to the mount. On the west wall is a large painting of a gnome wizard standing in front of a magical portal, casting a spell. The east wall has several cracks in the stone, but looks stable.
I'm going to go look at the mount.
Okay. Yeah, it's a metal, probably iron mount or cradle. It held some kind of tube. You're not sure what it was.
The parchment next to it, does it have writing on it?
Yes. It says, Mark 1, Notes for Strethok. Limit is 10, not 9. First in, first out. If limit is exceeded, oldest soul is destroyed, and destroyed is underlined and in bold. Cannot penetrate lead or anti-god glass.
Okay. She's trying to figure out what part of the soul needed a portal or anything. Okay. So maybe he was making something for Strethok for the souls in the soul jar, but I guess it never actually became part of the soul, the worlds that we lived in, because we would have noticed if the jar was emptying or destroying souls.
Okay, what do you want to do now?
Is there anything else of interest in the room? Like she kind of goes around and everything seems to be preserved.
Yeah, you don't see anything in particular that looks useful in here, except for the chairs look comfortable, and the table would be a good place to meet, but there's nothing of value left in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's gonna go out the doors and go back to the left
Okay.
door that leads to the little
The
hall.
teleportation room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go back into the teleportation room.
And then she's like checking her own map to see
Right.
where she has not gone, which is going to be to the left and then to the room all the way up to the north.
Okay. So the room at the north end of the hallway, which is at the hallway to the west
Closer to the devil side.
Yeah, on the devil's side. That's right. So you go to that room, walking up the hallway. This is another wooden door. It appears to be in good shape, and it is labeled Seminar Room.
Open it.
Inside this 40-foot by 60-foot room are several long tables, all facing east toward a large chalkboard. The chalkboard has 2 lists written on it, one on the left, one on the right. On the left it says Beatazu, resistances, cold, non-magical weapons. Immunities, fire, poison. And then notes, varies by type. Manipulative, but will not break a promise. Consider Cremex's offer? ? On the left it says Tanari. Resistances, cold, fire, lightning. Immunities, poison. Notes, extremely unpredictable.
Okay.
And that's all you see in here.
Okay. She's going to go back to where Paxton is.
Okay, you go back to where Paxton is guarding Aster.
Yes. She's going to share her findings with him. What the devils look like and say, they found there was an experiment that blob has, but I don't think she recalls seeing anything cylindrical in the blob.
Right.
And also, when they go see Crimex, she's going to talk with him, and he should not interrupt.
Got it.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
We're just going to make sure that he promises that he's going to give us that key and that we're going to leave here safely.
That's fair. People seem to like you, so I'll just let you do all the talking, but, I'll be the muscle in the background in case he decides to break his promise. And he punches his fist into his hand menacingly.
Oh, okay. I trust you can definitely back me up with your muscle.
Yeah. I'll be the strong, silent type.
Okay. I'll be the strong negotiating type.
So you said that these demons are immune to, cold, fire, and thunder?
Resistant.
Resistant.
Was poison, I believe.
And fire.
So
I think resistance was fire, not...
For Tanari, the demons, resistances were cold, fire, and lightning. Immunities was just poison. That's the only one.
Oh, what about was that the only one we heard?
No, that was the Tanari, the demons.
Got you.
For the Beatazu, they are immune to fire and poison. And then they're resistant.
Non-magical.
Yeah, resistant to cold and non-magical weapons.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not even here. I'm asleep.
So she pulls out her map, and she's gonna show him. These are the rooms. These are the rooms that I kind of surmise are probably destroyed. So we should go through this door and sneak along this wall to try and sneak in as far as our closest entry point to be towards the northeast of where the demons live. And she's just showing him on the map kind of the route she's planning.
So it looks like you walked around to where you could get a good look at the demon zone.
It's pretty dark, to be honest with you. It's but they looked like pigs. I don't,
Huh.
And they had some cute yapkas that didn't fly.
Some cute yapkas that didn't fly. Interesting. So you're saying they had devils back there?
No, just small creatures. Little horned and,
Did you see anything that could be described as a bone prison?
No, I don't believe I did.
No.
But he said, that it's towards the north, and that is the northernmost point of entry that we could possibly get. So that's where we're going to go.
Okay. So our understanding is that these keys are being held in the bone prison.
Yep.
Okay. I think that since we don't know where the keys are, we don't know where the bone prison is, we're going to have to wander around and sneak into this bone prison and find them. But once we find the keys, do you think we should do the whole throw the key through the portal business, or do you think we should just give him to Kimix?
Oh, he wants us to, because he can't go over there, I think he wanted us to destroy the portal, right?
If you can.
If we can.
Yeah, I don't think that was a required part of the deal. He said that we could just bring him the keys.
Yeah, the idea was that if you're already over there, it should be relatively easy if they're focusing almost all their attention on the battleground. It should be relatively easy for you to sneak behind everyone and attack the gate.
I think that unless it is us or destroying the portal, we should destroy the portal because that is the best thing that we can do for our relationship with Krimix.
Did you see the portal?
Yes.
Yeah?
You could see the portal. I mean, you could see it from the wall.
Did it look like it would be pretty hard to destroy, or did it look like it was made out of, like, popsicle sticks and glue?
It looks like, again, you could see it from the wall when I read the description then. It looks like a mound of flesh with a 10-foot wide archway.
Yeah, it's like parallel with the bone portal, right? So it's
correct.
So I mean, I really don't know what it's like to destroy a portal, but I mean, he said all it takes is some physical damage, and I'm pretty good at that, so I feel like we're good.
Okay.
Sarah says that not arrogantly at all.
You have that weapon, right? That does double damage to structures and.
Well, it does double damage to beings that are being contained, or things that are containing people, because it's a freedom thing. So I think destroying a portal is probably not going to do double damage. It's like the opposite.
Okay.
Do you think maybe that if the portal is made of flesh, maybe the flesh is considered a fiend? Maybe that fancy holy sword that Aster has would do some extra damage to it.
I don't know, but I bet I can hit harder than him.
Yeah, you're probably right. I wouldn't tell him that, though. Might hurt his feelings.
Okay, I won't.
Remember, it also has that effect where you can just activate it, and it will emit radiant damage continuously in a 10-foot radius.
If that's the case, it emits damage to you too, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you can always put it down and leave.
Yeah, or just chuck it.
That's true. Yeah, you could do that. I hadn't even thought of that. You could activate it and chuck it.
But Tara is also going to say, like, you know, as far as, you know, the side of this war that we could join, the notes that were left by Scavier, it seems like Devil's a good choice.
Yeah, especially since the Devils made it seem like the demons are barely sentient. Like, they're just forces of destruction.
Yeah, they said they're unpredictable, so there's that too.
Plus, I'll side with anyone who's just defending their home territory from invaders, but that's assuming that they're telling the truth. I know that you said they can't break a promise, but it didn't say that they couldn't lie.
Yeah, I think we're doing a really good job justifying helping these scary dudes out.
I mean, at the end of the day, we got a dungeon to clear out, and this is just one step along the way, right?
Yeah, and, you know, got to get that wand fragment. Although, you know, there was this note with the concern about the power of the wand. I don't know, but that seems like a concern for another day.
Plus, at the end of this, we'll be able to tell people, you know, over stories and ale, that we're veterans of the Blood War.
I don't think I'm ever going to tell anyone that. I will sound like a crazy person.
True.
Aster eventually finishes his rest. Tara, do you want to take a rest as well?
I guess Tara can rest. She doesn't really need it, but...
Okay. So
sure.
Everybody will take a rest. And
So then I'll guard.
Yeah, sure. You take turns. Take shifts.
And she'll fill him in on what she saw while he was sleeping.
Right.
That's interesting. So, as long as we ask him to promise that he'll do the things that we want him to do, including leaving and closing the gate behind him, he would have to? Or is that what it sounded like from what you saw?
It sounds like they have at least personal ethics that they won't break.
Got you. But it also means that, from what you've told us, that these creatures can make a promise, but because the person who wrote the note, if I'm remembering, I remember reading a note with you guys that said that these creatures promise things, but the information might not always be exactly what you need it to be. So just keeping that in mind, that they might promise us something, but they might be able to.
It doesn't sound like he made a promise with devils, though, because the information that he got was from the portal that he traded the wand to, which was a completely different portal that the devils don't even know where that's to.
Gotcha.
And in the note, he said that, he was making a deal with the devils, or I don't know what he said. He said he was doing something, and he thought it was going to be the end of him. So,
Yeah,
Here's an idea. We go into the demon zone. We get these keys.
Yes, definitely.
We go back into the forbidden zone, and we send one person, probably not me because he hates me.
Probably
maybe
Tara.
Yeah. Send Tara without the keys. You and I hold on to the keys, Aster.
Okay.
She walks in and she talks to Kimmix. She gets him to fully agree to a promise with all the details hammered out. And then, assuming he makes a promise that we agree to, then we give the signal. We reveal that we have the keys. We give him the keys. They can lay siege to the demon zone.
Got it. I mean, if we're there, we might as well destroy the portal over there, too.
I'm confused. So my plan was a little bit different. We have to go to them to signal that we're ready to sneak in while they attack. So at that point, I was going to reiterate our plan and get him to promise, and then we'll show trust by exchanging the keys. I mean, I can do it. That's fine. At his throne or whatever.
That works too. Just be careful.
I'm from a family of negotiators.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've seen you in action. So yeah, you guys should rest. I'll guard the door. But give me 1 second and I usher Paxton over. Yeah. Guy talk. I will be right back.
Sure, that's not weird.
I give Tara a confused shrug as I walk away with Aster.
Man, Paxton, I feel like the more and more we travel these different areas and the more we learn and the crazier things that we see, I think I'm going a little crazy. Like, I have these weird dreams. I have all these things that really confuse me. I mean, I was literally dreaming that there were little yapkas all around, and they were laughing at me with their cute little eerie-sounding voices. And then, the leader of this group was like hovering over me, and his like mouth was open, and his weird tail was like inching closer to me. And then he was like slowly getting close to attack, and all the little creatures were laughing at me, and I was so embarrassed, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die. And all of a sudden, and I don't even really know what she looks like, but the Seafoam Wanderer came out of nowhere with this bright emanating light, and all of the creatures cowered and ran away in different directions, and Kimmix was no match for her might. And as she descended towards me, she looked like Tara, and I was like, oh snap. And she and she was smiling at me, and she held me, and then it was too much and I woke up.
So she didn't say anything to you in your dream?
No, she just smiled at me. A very kind and gentle smile, like reassuring me that things were going to be okay.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the goddess that you dedicated yourself to, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll have any dreams about the healer.
I mean, I think mine was more just a bunch of random things came together to make that happen. She looked like Tara in my dream, so.
That's true.
I just didn't want to say that to Tara. I didn't want her to think I was weird or anything. I mean, I am a little weird.
Telling girls you had dreams about them usually doesn't end up too great.
Yeah, I could trust you.
This area, since we're sleeping in a forbidden zone and we have devils and demons on either side, I imagine there's got to be some sort of weird psychic debris around that maybe might cause one to have bad dreams, Not to say that your dream was necessarily bad.
No, it was at first. That was terrifying.
Let me ask you this. Did any of the little yapkas ask for high fives?
No, they were just menacingly laughing. They were very cute in the laughing thing. But also they look super scary, and I thought my being was going to be devoured by these creatures.
Well, if they don't ask for a high five, they're probably not Yapka, and I would try to stay away from them. Tara described some of the demons in there looking like little Yapkas, so I'm just going to reiterate that if they're on this side of the Forbidden Zone...
They're bad.
Yeah, don't try to high five them, Aster. Because that's not Yapka.
Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, well, you have a good sleep. I'll make sure that you guys are okay.
All right, and by the way, Tara and I were discussing the possibility of that, you remember that holy sword that shines the radiance?
Uh-huh.
That might be something we could use in trying to get these keys, because you remember how you can will it to just shine really brightly for a while? Do damage to everything?
Yes, and though I feel like my heart is good, Kremik said that it might not work if I'm using it, but
Yeah, says who?
I mean, that's true. I'll give it a shot.
I wouldn't put too much stock in something that a big old pile of bones is telling me. Especially one with a scorpion tail and bad jewelry.
All right, thank you.
I think you're a good person, Aster.
Thank you, Paxton.
All right, see you in a couple hours.
All righty. Good night, guys. Sweet dreams.
All right, so everyone takes a nap. It's up to you whether you want to have any disturbing dreams or not, but you don't have to. But in any case, you awaken. You don't know what time of day it is in the outside world. It seems exactly the same as where you left it. Aster, nothing exciting happens. You hear some occasional roars and screams and things like that, but other than that, nothing in particular worth mentioning overnight, or at least while they're sleeping.
The whole time, Master keeps like half taking out his swords and then putting them back, and then taking them out every time he hears.
All right, he's jumpy.
He's jumpy.
What's the plan?
So they said that the bone prison was going to be towards the north.
The northeast corner of this floor.
Oh, can I reiterate while they're sleeping? I just want to say that at some time in those 6 hours, I pull out the sword.
Okay.
And I just stare at it and ponder my worth.
Is your alignment chaotic good?
Yeah.
Then the sword feels very comfortable to you.
Okay. I feel like I'm good, but I feel like the words of Kremix have stayed with me a little bit as I'm like staring at it.
All right.
Just doubting myself a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Inner turmoil.
Yeah.
So you all awaken. Where are you going? What's the plan?
Well, Tara says I think we should do a grand entrance.
No. To the demon zone?
No.
Or to the devil zone?
We gotta go back to tell them we're ready.
We're ready to start.
Yeah, so they can attack the demons, which just... Paxton, you really have hard. Do I need to draw you a picture?
Maybe.
It's really hard to look Kremix directly in the face, and so it might cause you to not be able to hear very well.
Tara pulls out her map. And she's like, listen, okay, he has an army here. And we're going to go to him, and he's going to bring his army and march it over here to Demon Side, and they're going to have a big fight. And while they're having that big fight, we're going to be sneaking over up here, and she points to the north side, through that route that I showed you before. We're going to be sneaking up there to get to the bone prison, which should hopefully be lightly guarded due to the thing going down here. She points to the south side of the map.
For some reason, I thought we were going to have to grab the keys from the bone prison and then come back and give it to them so that they could start the attack, but that doesn't really make any sense. So we'll go with your plan. I'm just gonna do whatever you tell me to do for the next 15 minutes.
I love that one. That's great. It sounds perfect to me.
Tara is very comfortable with you doing what she tells you to do.
It's only taken, I don't know how many months we've been together, but...
All right. So you walk over. You're going to make your entrance through the walls of bone again?
Of course.
Of course. All right. You walk through, and Yapka is actually hanging out there, and he says,
Oh, friends, you ready? We meet Kremix again, and you go?
Yes, we're going to have a little talk with Kremix and make sure we understand everything that needs to be done, and then we're going to start our sneak while you start your assault.
I announce you again.
Okay.
Yeah, grand entrance.
Yes.
High five.
High five.
Hiya.
Yapka flaps off to the west, past the tooth-like projections in the ground, and he says,
The mortals have returned. They here with ready to go, ready to attack. High five.
High five.
High five as we enter. That should be our team name. The High Five.
But there's only 3 of us.
Well, there's the particulars. It sounds cool.
The high fivers.
Let's keep workshopping it.
Okay, I like that one. All right, let's go.
all right, so you walk through.
I have high five Yapka as I walk through.
He high-fives you. He attempted to high-five Kremix. Kremix was not interested. But Kremix is standing and speaking to one of these barbed devils next to him. And he says,
Yes, mortals, you are ready to proceed.
Yeah.
Hello, Kremix.
This is
Sorry.
the time. This is the time.
So we just want to go over the plan again.
Of course.
We are going to. How long do you think it's gonna take the demons to kind of desert the north side?
As soon as we start the battle.
Okay. And we will be. I kind of scouted out the area, so I kind of know the direction that we're going to take. And then we maybe will be able to destroy the portal, but if we bring you the key to their portal, that's fine too?
That is fine.
Okay.
It will be more difficult for us to fight through to the portal. I cannot guarantee that we will succeed.
Okay. But we're hoping that we're going to be able to go ahead and just close and destroy that portal as well.
That would
And
be best.
closing it, all you got to do is throw the key through it.
Throw the key through and begin to damage the portal.
How will I know the difference between your portal key and their portal key?
One key's on a Star Trek lanyard and the other's on a Star Wars lanyard.
That's hilarious.
The portal key for the demon gate is a silver skull. The portal key for the devil gate is a golden clawed hand.
Okay.
So we should throw the silver skull through their portal.
And
That is
then,
correct.
then beat it.
No,
Where-
do not beat it.
With
Unless
our
you mean
swords.
to actually attack the portal.
Yes.
Yes.
That is what
I
I
thought you were meaning to flee.
No, sir.
Do not flee. Attack the portal. If you simply throw the key through and then leave, they can simply reopen the portal.
Okay.
Would it be better to just not throw the key through the portal if we don't plan on destroying the portal? Just give you the key?
If you do not want to destroy the portal, you can give the key to me, but I will destroy the portal if possible.
So, if we're going to be doing a little bit of extra work, like a stretch goal, of destroying the portal, we don't have to, but we could. Do we get any kind of bonus?
Such as what?
Oh, that's a good question. You got any treasure or anything back there
Any
that you...
treasure you find over there is yours to keep.
Yeah, but that was part of the original deal anyway, right?
I have nothing extra to offer you, aside from the ability to explore this entire floor.
Oh.
And, of course, remove the threat of the abyss from your portion of the prime material plane.
Right. Speaking of that, where will I meet up with you to exchange your key for that key on your neck?
I will be here during the battle.
Okay. Okay. And then you promise that you guys are going to leave and you're going to give me that key and we can escape here unharmed.
Once you have closed the gate, we will first scour the rest of the demons from this entire floor. Then I and all my forces of the Beotazu will leave.
Do you promise?
We promise to do this.
Do we need a shake on that or anything?
Don't touch him, Tara.
It is not necessary if you promise to perform your part as well.
I promise as well.
Very well then. Failure to hold up your side of the bargain means that your soul goes to us.
Okay.
We cannot break our side of the bargain.
Okay. When he mentions souls, I'm looking towards the flesh lump that was Skavir.
Yes, that is what you would become.
Okay. I'm looking for something that might have been the Mark 1 soul catcher.
Soul Sucker?
Yeah.
You don't see anything on him. He has no clothing, no equipment, nothing. It's just a lump of flesh with a couple knobby arms and a head lolling about.
Do I see anything in the area? Anything that maybe... Okay.
No.
Okay. I guess he might have really destroyed it too, so there's that.
And you're leaving. and closing the portal behind you. You've said this.
That is correct. We will
Awesome.
take the portal key, we will leave and close the portal behind us
Well-
once we are on our home plane.
I look at Aster and I look at Paxton, kind of just to get their agreement of readiness.
Yeah, I give
Thumbs
up,
up.
too.
All right. Well, Crimmix, we are ready to go.
Excellent.
So, Kimmix, one more time before we leave.
Max.
Crimmix.
Paxton.
Okay. You said that you're going to be staying right here during the battle?
I will be receiving reports here, yes.
Why is that? You look like the scariest one of all these people.
Someone must be in charge.
But you're not going to go out there and cause a ruckus.
No.
Okay.
I must remain here and guard this gate in case anything goes wrong.
So you're kind of like,
And that reminds me. Simply because the demons will be fighting on the battlefield does not mean that there will be none by the bone prison. You should be prepared to fight someone. Perhaps some of the lesser forces if you are lucky. I assume you can stand up for yourselves in a fight.
probably.
Be prepared.
Well, I guess if we get killed by demons, then at least we don't turn into a chittering bubble of flesh. So there's that.
Yeah.
I think we can take on the little pig guys, whatever.
All right.
All right, so he gestures to some of his minions, and behind him, through the gate, a bunch more of these lumpy flesh things come flowing through. A bunch of these lemures, and they start moving toward the wall.
And he says, we will begin as soon as the rest of these forces come through. You should begin your movement. When you hear the sounds of battle, you should proceed.
Okay. So these little lumpy things are their army.
Yes, they are useless individually, but
And he waves, gestures at this enormous horde of them that are coming through.
we have many more of them stored as well in a chamber to the south.
Oh, yeah, overwhelm them with numbers. Okay.
Okay. Well, I won't tell you how to do your job. Let's go do ours.
Indeed.
All right, so you head back through the walls of bone, back to the, where are you going? The teleportation room? Is that your plan?
Oh, yeah. Where should
Yep.
we?
Yeah, we should get as far northeast as possible before we enter.
Tara has already scouted out a good route, and she suggested going through this hallway to the east, and you can do that. So you're walking...
She's actually going to go through that doorway. That right door that she didn't open that door, but she kind of figures opening that door would be the way to go.
this one up to the...
Yeah.
I'd like to stealth.
Okay, roll a stealth check. Actually, no, I get to roll your stealth check.
Oh, you do?
I should have rolled your other ones too, but I'm going to roll... if you want to make stealth checks, I'm going to roll them, because now it's going to be rather important, but you don't know how successful you're being.
Okay.
So, what your stealth bonus is still +9?
+9, yep.
All right, and Paxton, what's yours?
+1.
Okay, and Tara...
I don't have one.
And you're rolling with disadvantage for her?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Tara is not really terribly stealthy. She is rather loud.
Is this a group kind of stealth, or is this more of an individual?
I'm rolling individually,
Okay.
but I'm assuming that that Aster is sort of taking the lead as the stealthiest one. So her loud noises are not, a terrible problem. She's further behind.
Yeah, you remember when Aster was just disappearing into the shadows all over the place earlier? Maybe we should just let him do that for a bit. Maybe he can stealth around and find out where this bone prison is, and we can keep an eye on the general look and feel of the battleground.
I don't want him to be alone.
Well, that's what we're watching out for.
Yeah, and I'll be sneaky. Hopefully, they won't spot me.
I want to know, you said you're going to go to that room that has a door that's farther to the northeast.
Yes.
Even if it's missing a back wall because it's farther to the northeast.
Uh-huh.
What route are you taking to get there? Are you going through the hallways? Are you going through the teleportation room? By what method are you getting there?
I would say go through the teleportation room.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right, so as you enter the room, you see a familiar figure leaning casually on the wall to the east by the door. And he says, there you are. I was hoping I'd run into you around here. Need any help with anything? I need to test something out. and it is, of course, Nondal the Nimble.
Hey, Nando.
He holds up some kind of rod or wand in his left hand, and it has a glass bulb at one end and blue runes glowing down its length. I'd like to point this thing at someone you don't like and verify that it does what Righty says it does. What do you say?
What does Righty says it does?
Yeah.
Well, let's find out.
Are you coming with us? Where were you this whole time?
Oh, I had to figure out what this thing is, and I took it up to the top, and I talked to Righty for a bit. It should be very useful. Are you?
Where did you get it?
I found it down here.
Did you find it in that room up there?
Yes, just around the corner.
Okay, yeah. No, we're not going to use that.
No, I think you might find it quite helpful.
What does Righty say it does?
Well, it should allow us to disable just about anyone.
Disable?
Yes. Apparently it sucks souls.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know.
You know, I know quite a bit about magic. Would you mind if I held it and inspected it a bit?
Oh, no, I'm afraid I'm going to hold on to this for... I'll hold it while you have a look at it if you like.
I walk over to him and I look at it too and I inspect it.
All right, make an Arcana check.
+3. And that's a natural 20.
Nice.
All right, you recognize that some of the runes on this remind you of some of the runes on the soul jar. You suspect that it will probably do something similar, as in suck souls into it. And that's probably what that little glass bulb on the back is.
Is there anything in that glass ball?
It does look a little bit smoky at the moment.
Nondal, give us a second if you don't mind for me and my group to convene.
If you're not going to go into combat anytime soon, I could meet you another time.
Give us a second, is it okay?
Of course, I'll be right here.
And I usher them into a little huddle. So he has the Sucker of Souls, doesn't he?
Yes.
The Soul Sucker weapon.
Okay, Tara is remembering that it either holds 9 or 10 souls, and we don't know how many are in there, and I think it said first one in, last one out, so we wouldn't necessarily push anything out. I don't know how to push it out, though. I don't know.
Yes, but if we can use this tactically, if we face an opponent that's too strong for us, couldn't we technically use this weapon to quickly
Do we know
defeat
how
it?
to use it, though?
Nandal
Does Nondal
seems...
know how to use it?
No, I don't think he does.
Paxton, I'll point out one other thing you notice when looking at it. It actually has a switch on it.
Were either of the sides of the toggle labeled?
Yeah, no, they're labeled with runes that you don't know how to read, but it did appear to have 3 settings.
Okay.
Maybe we should question Nondal and see whether he knows what those knobs can do.
My guess would be that it might be like a vacuum to where one side is suck and then the middle is like safety, don't do anything, and the other side is expel.
Most likely. But you need to absorb 10 souls before the last one in is released.
No, I think that might be a misinterpretation. I think that if you take in an 11th soul, I think it destroys the first.
I see. And we don't know what souls are inside it.
We do not.
I'd rather not go around destroying souls.
I think there's only one thing that we can be absolutely sure of in this situation, which is Nondal is not a person who should have access to this.
No, and I'm not exactly sure how to
What
persuade.
if we let the soul that's in there out? Do you have to let the soul out into a body? Or,
Maybe it dissipates like the souls did when we broke the jar and go into a different location. I don't know, when we broke those souls, they took us with them to here.
Yeah, I don't know really what happened to them after that. I mean, I would assume that it would be like what would happen if you killed anyone in this realm. Their soul would just go out. It would go somewhere, but not necessarily into this specific device.
Well, with your talks with your divine being, do you think she might know, or he might know, anything about
Paxton
the path?
looks a bit embarrassed. I haven't been able to talk, per se, with the healer.
I see.
I've had some great one-way conversations. But that's about it.
I see. But, I don't know, maybe the healer might know. I have no direct contact with the seafoam wanderer. I just like that god. But you seem to have a connection with yours.
Yeah, I don't know if the healer can save us in this situation, though. I think we might have to take fate in our own hands and get that wand out of Nandal's hands.
Let me speak to him, maybe.
Now, Nandal's probably a pretty smart fellow, right?
Yeah.
So if I made a intelligence-based attack against him, he'd probably be able to weather that.
He might, yes.
Because I was thinking
I
can command him to drop it.
Well, let me talk to him first. If it seems like we cannot get what we need, maybe that could be a last resort.
Okay, but what's your signal?
My signal is to raise my hand and gesture a high five.
Okay,
Okay.
I like it.
All right.
Don't
Break.
high five him on accident.
No, I won't. On his forehead. All right. Hey, Nandal.
Yes, you're done discussing.
Yes, we just trying to get our wares about that instrument. Seems like something dangerous.
Oh, it's quite dangerous.
Out of curiosity, Nandal, after you talked to Righty, such a great person, do you know if you have a good grasp of what the knobs or the weapon itself can do?
I have what he said. I'd like to verify it. I don't entirely trust Righty.
Well, do you mind if we convene a little bit separated from the group and have a discussion, you and I?
Oh, yes. You'd like to do some plotting?
Yes, let's have a discussion.
What would you like to know? Have you found anything that would allow us to both enter one of the worlds?
Now, I have a good idea of where one would be. You actually were speaking to the person who holds it. Now, Righty is a pretty tough individual to crack and have negotiations with, but he...
Well, we don't... If he has something we really want, we don't have to negotiate, you know.
Of course, but I feel like to keep everybody in the up and up and not cause any unneeded,
Certainly, we don't need to resort to that unless it's necessary.
Of course, Nandal. Now, I was thinking, though, if we could acquire, he does have something that will allow us to lightly land.
Ah, what's that?
The Featherfall.
Ah, yes, that would be useful.
But we have one. We need to be sure we can procure another.
Well, I have a potion of fly that would work for me, but I wanted to see if you had anything for you.
Well, to be honest with you, Nandal, I'd like to have not only the Featherfall so we could land effectively onto a world, but also a potion or a ability of fly like you have to get out.
Yes, that's a good point.
We need two. One to get in,
Right.
one to get out.
Right. Yes, of course. So we should keep looking around.
Of
But
course.
in the meantime, I'd really like to test this thing out.
So, we were having a discussion. We've been also investigating the areas and have come upon scriptures and wordings of something like this, and it is something that could be very dangerous to the user as well, I think, if it's not used correctly.
Possibly.
I'm not exactly sure how it works, and I don't pretend to be as knowledgeable about it as Righty might be, but I do think that it might be safer if we hold on to it for now and not use it excessively just yet until we're ready and sure that it's needed.
Well, I could hang on to it for a bit, but if things get really dangerous, I think that would be a good chance to test it out.
Now, I don't know how much trust you've put on me, Nandal. I think I've tried to be as forthright as I could be with you, and I am. We know we're both the thieving sort, and so trust is hard to come by. But if you have some trust in that I will keep our end of the bargain, if you wouldn't mind allowing me to hold on to it, just in case we get into a scrap, I might be able to use it and test it out for the both of us.
No, I've been given the instructions. I think I would prefer to hang on to it. I have some other ideas for it as well. I'm going to hold on to it for now, and we'll see how things develop.
I see.
Shall we go? Where were you headed?
We were headed into something dangerous, potentially.
Excellent. That's perfect.
And I raise my hand and slap the air.
All right. And so how does everyone respond to this?
Tara pulls out her sword.
Wait, what?
I'm going to cast command on him,
Okay.
and with the command drop.
All right. So here's the thing. He has a short sword of warning, which means that he cannot be surprised,
Oh, God,
which means we roll for initiative.
Okay.
dang it. And I'm in melee with him, correct?
Correct.
All right. Man, my rolls have been pretty bad today, actually, for the most part.
Aster, what did you get?
A 9.
9. Tara, what did you get?
8.
Oh, no.
I know.
Paxton, what did you get?
A 13.
Oh, dear.
No. He's a rogue, guys.
All
I
right.
have
So,
+6.
So are you, theoretically.
I know. I rolled a 5.
all right, Aster, you raise your hand in this signal. Tara immediately pulls her sword out and makes a threatening step forward. Paxton begins to cast a spell, and he reacts before anyone else even can begin to move. He immediately, apparently, was fingering a potion, and you hadn't noticed. And he pulls the potion out and immediately drinks it and disappears. And you hear, well, let's see if you hear anything. Yeah, you hear a voice near you and some footsteps leading away. And he says, "Oh, it's too bad you lost your opportunity. I guess I'll take over our world on my own. I don't really need you anymore. Have fun." The footstep sounds are quickly running to the north, and that's his turn.
Would that turn the wand invisible too?
Yeah, the wand also turns invisible.
If he were to drop it, would it be visible?
Yeah, I think it turns visible. Yeah.
Okay.
Paxton, it is your turn.
All right. Oh, shoot. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, Nondal. Let's see. Did we hear him get out of the door?
You don't know that you left the door open when you came in.
Hmm.
Actually, he's going to use his bonus action to hide, I suppose. He can do that. He's a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He didn't roll great. Actually, no, he's invisible.
Yeah, he has advantage.
Yeah, he rolled really well. So you don't know where he is now. You don't even hear his footsteps.
But we heard it initially
Yeah,
in the direction.
he ran toward those doors to the north.
Okay. What is... Okay, I'm after.
Yeah, so Paxton, you're not sure what you can do?
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. Aster, it is your turn.
I cast Fairy Fire in that direction.
All right, toward the doors?
Yeah, it's a vicinity that covers a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
Its range is 60 feet. And so I'm trying to get that entire area just in case he has tried to hide.
Right.
I can probably still get him.
He is apparently not within the area that you've casted on this side of the doors. So you haven't exposed him, but you have revealed that he must have gone through the doors and up the stairway. He can't go down.
Can I use a bonus to... No, can I use my movement first
Yeah.
to run into the doorways
All right, so you run up to the doorway.
to where the stairwell would be?
Yep.
And I already used an action. I'm going to yell as a bonus action in that direction. Nando, don't do this. You don't know what that weapon can do.
All right. And Tara, what do you want to do?
Tara runs through the doors and up the stairs.
All right, Tara's
And
just...
she is just trying to be bulky and knock into him.
All right, so you don't see anything, but you're running, you're just dashing. You're just
Yeah.
using full movement. Okay. Make a perception check.
15.
All right, you don't see or hear any indication of his presence. Now we're back to him. He gets to go. He does something. You're not sure what he's doing. You don't see or hear any sign of him.
Okay. No, it's not my turn.
Paxton, Tara has just run through the doorway in pursuit of Nondal. You don't see or hear any sign of him.
Okay, so Paxton runs out into the hallway, and I'm going to let the DM decide how cheese I can get with this. Guiding bolt. A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. It doesn't say I have to see them.
What's the range?
120 feet.
And you're where? You're in the stairwell?
I ran outside of the hallway where we were at. Okay, so I'm running through the doorway into the stairwell,
Okay.
and then in the stairwell casting this.
That doesn't say a target you can see.
It doesn't.
Let me see if there's any errata about that.
Would it be a roll with disadvantage or is...
Because it is called Guiding Bolt.
Right.
So I was hoping it would be
But
like
the guiding
a heat
part is actually, it makes, I think, makes it easier for other people to hit it. I think, doesn't it have something to do with that?
It does that too.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say anything in the description. Now, he's invisible, which means your attack has disadvantage.
Okay.
So you have to make your attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay. But you are letting me at least do an attack roll?
You can attack.
Okay. My spell attack is +6. Ooh, and I got 2 18s.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Really, you can...
I
Yeah.
am looking.
Yeah. So that's 24.
All right, that is definitely a hit. Roll your damage.
Right.
On a hit, does he become visible again?
No.
Oh. He's using probably like a greater invisibility or something.
No, being hit doesn't end invisibility. Attacking someone does.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, he drank a potion. He didn't cast the spell.
Yeah.
It's 4d6 radiant damage.
All right.
Oh, woof.
Yeah, that was a bad roll.
7 damage. 7 radiant damage.
Ooh, 7, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do we see where the bolt goes, though?
It says the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then.
Ah.
So I would assume that means that they are...
Well, yeah, so he's already also invisible, right? So giving advantage cancels out the disadvantage from
Right.
invisibility. All right.
But with the dim light glittering, you can
sort of
kind
see
of
where
see
he
it.
is.
And we saw the direction that the bolt went,
Right.
whether it went up or down the stairs.
Right. So that means that now it is...
Well, so I saw the direction it went.
Yep, that's right.
Did it go up or down?
He can't go down. He is running up the stairs. He is about to pass out of view, too. The stairs are spiral, right? They're winding up and around.
Uh-huh.
He is just barely past Tara. He's just a little bit past her. And
Can I tell how far away he is?
he is, let's say he's about 40 feet away, and he is about to pass around the spiral, so you won't be able to see him anymore.
I want to... And it's about to be Tara's turn?
No, mine.
It's about to be Aster's
okay.
turn.
I want to use Action Surge.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I want to move 10 feet. I want to move 30 feet, my
Okay.
full movement.
Right?
And I want to cast...
I don't think you can cast again. You can, if you
Yeah,
action
it's-
surge, you could take a dash action and move again,
Uh-huh.
or you could cast.
Okay, well then I'm just going to dash to get closer to him.
Okay, you get closer. He's going to go out of view less soon. It is now Aster's turn.
And I've been running up the stairway.
Okay, yeah, but you didn't take a dash action.
No, I just moved my
So
30 feet.
you're
away.
farther behind.
So I will move up. How close does that get me to?
So you're going to move your 30 feet. So now you are a bit up the stairs, and he is maybe, let's say 20 feet from you.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. What's the DC?
Wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16. Oh, wow. Natural 20. He ignores your spell.
Yes,
He's got Bardic Inspiration.
yeah, I'm going to... Who's the closest?
The closest
I am.
is Tara.
So I'm going to inspire Terra.
What are you going to do to inspire Tara?
I'm going to sing Terra.
Okay.
In the middle of this, I'm going to look at Terra and I'm going to sing. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't want to see his blood, but he's a macho man. He's not very tough, you can do what you can. Terra beat him, Terra beat him. You're gonna beat him.
All right. That'll work. Tara, it is your turn. What are you going to do?
Tara's gonna continue running after him,
All right.
and
You have a D6 inspiration
Yep.
die.
You have a D6 inspiration. You can attack him. You can move up close to him and attack him this turn if you want.
You can grapple him.
she's actually gonna try and tackle him.
Okay. All right. So you don't have advantage, but you don't have disadvantage either. So he gets to make an acrobatics check to try to evade. Ooh, his acrobatics is excellent. All right. What did you get? On your
What am I using?
You're using
Is it
athletics.
athletics? Okay, that's good. I got a 10.
He got a 24.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, this guy is at a higher level than us for sure.
And he sort of jumps out of your grasp. As you dive at his legs to try to grapple him, he just leaps away and just sprints up the stairs.
Even with the inspiration die.
Oh yeah, I mean, if she
Oh,
adds,
it's not gonna.
it's not gonna help.
Yeah, no.
I rolled really badly.
Yeah, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, and that brings us back to his turn, and he sprints. Does he have anything else that he can do?
Wait, let me action surge.
Oh, okay, go ahead, action surge.
I'm gonna.
Now remember that you have other stuff that you were planning
Yeah,
to do
guys,
down here.
in the middle of this, there's an attack about to happen, and we're nowhere near it.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and do it again,
Okay.
but I don't have the inspiration this time, right?
Well, you didn't even use it last time, so you could use it this time.
Okay. 26 plus not 3, so 29.
All right. He is grabbed. You do have him, but he is worming around with impressive agility. You're not sure you're going to be able to hold on to him.
Okay. I scream, "Get the tube!" I don't know what to call it.
And now it's his turn.
Are they both on the ground now?
Yeah. Well, they're both sort of wrestling around in the hallway. I don't know if they're on the ground.
Oh, okay.
She hasn't knocked him prone, but he can't move forward.
Like, at this point, I'm trying not to kill the dude and just to get the thing, because he's not, like, bad, but he's definitely irresponsible in her eyes.
He seems kind of bad.
Yeah, it seems like a really bad thing for him to have.
All right. He is going to try to slip out of your grasp. So you need to make another athletics check. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to really nail this one.
Oh, great. Thanks for the pressure.
Sorry.
You have the D6.
Still?
I think so, right?
She already used it in the last one
Oh,
on her action surge attempt.
okay.
I got a 9.
Okay. Now he nimbly jumps out of your grasp and takes a bonus disengage action and continues running up the stairs.
Oh, man, this guy.
Isn't disengage a full action?
No,
He's a rogue.
He's a rogue.
Oh.
He takes it as a bonus action.
Dang it.
Rogues, man.
Yep, and that's his turn. Paxton, he is now out of your view. What do you want to do?
So, how
Actually,
far away
you
do I
can't-
know he is?
I'm sorry, you can't even see him at all because your guiding bolt's effect has worn off.
Yeah.
But you know he's probably now about 50 to 60 feet ahead of you.
Well, guys, I think that ship has sailed, but there's another demon ship that's about to pull into harbor.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah. What do you say we go do that so we don't get turned into chittering piles of flesh?
Oh, yep. Let's do that.
Did you hear what he said?
Is there any way we could send a message
He
to
said-
So he's going
The
to take over the worlds, right?
Ogabar?
Yeah, at least our world. I can't let that happen, Paxton. My Papa Gaston is there. People we care about are there.
Well, there's also, Olgabar?
And you think that he'll be able to spot him as an invisible rogue?
I mean, it can't last too long.
No. But he can also stealth around them.
I'm not convinced that that guy can get back into the jar. Like, we could only get out of the jar because we had all those souls lifting us up. I don't know that you can get back into the jar as easily, can you?
Well, he has the fly spell, so he could cast it and turn the knob, go in and just fly into the world. I don't know what his plans are. I don't know.
Tara, are you doing anything?
Tara is missing the little owl that we use to fly messages to people because she just wants to tell Ogabar that this guy is there, but there's no real easy way to do that, and there's kind of a demon war. We gotta.
There's something that needs to be done here.
Hey, y'all, that message thing with the head thing. Can you do that to Ogabar? No.
I don't think he'll reach that far.
Yeah, he has to be within range.
I look at them like with a tear in my eye, and I'm like, and I pull out the short sword and I hand it to Paxton, and I'm like, I have to go.
Are you sure?
I have no choice. We've made a promise. If you guys don't do this, your souls are forfeit. My soul is forfeit. I we need to accomplish this task, or we just sold our souls, basically. But someone needs to stop this lunatic.
I understand. Go.
Where do you want to meet back up at?
I don't know. I don't know how to get back out of the world once I jump back into it.
Oh, so you really think he's just gonna go to the world now?
Yeah,
Once he gets in that world, what are you gonna do to stop him?
I don't know. But I have to do something. I don't want to leave you guys.
If we don't have time to pause the world, can you tell people what we did?
Of course I can.
I mean, they might not believe you, but you know. Hold on, I'm gonna write a note.
What? Do we have time? I give my sword while she's doing that to Paxton, and I say, Paxton, you have 2 daggers of magic. Can I have one?
Yes, and I hand you back the +1 dagger.
I put it away. I give you the sword, and I say, you're one of the most adaptable, courageous men I've ever met, Paxton. I know if anyone can stop this and figure out what the heck is going on in this world, it's you. I'm gonna miss our talks. You were a good friend. I'll try to see you if I can.
I'm still your good friend. You're not going anywhere. We're gonna meet up after all this is over.
Of course.
I give him a big hug and I take the sword.
Find me in our world.
Will do, bud.
Figure out this crazy world. Say hi to the dragon and Yapka for me.
Like, totally will, dude.
And if you could slap Righty for me, that'd be nice.
That's an easy ask.
Oh, and Paxton. Tell Athelflaed that it was an honor to be in the presence of such an amazing, amazing rogue, and that I will miss her dearly.
I'll make sure to pass that message on, buddy.
You got it. And then I look at Tara.
Okay, Tara wrote a note. It says, "Mom and Dad, I love you," and then it's signed Tara. You know, that was as much as she could do. And she gives this, and she's like, "Hey, this is for my folks. You know, they know my signature at least, so maybe they'll believe something. Maybe not the whole crazy thing, but you go get Nandel. I don't remember his name anymore.
I'll do the best I can. I take the note, I look at it, I put it away. If she doesn't resist, I grab her and I try to kiss her.
Aster tries to kiss Tara. What does she do?
Tara looks shocked.
Okay.
And she kind of pats him on the back, and then she gives him like a friend hug, and she's like, "I'm sure I'll see you again, Aster."
Okay, Tara. I love you guys. And then I run away.
All right, Aster runs up the stairs. We'll follow Aster for a moment. Aster, you run up the stairs. You're sure that Nondal is ahead of you.
I double dash if I can.
Yeah, so he's doing the same thing. You're both dashing up the stairs. Past the abjuration floor, you're past administration. You head back up into the top above ground level of the Hall of Scholars. You can see that the doors there are open, the doors in that back room. And as you run out, you can see that the illusory wall is shimmering. And as you run into the room, there are 2 guards standing there just looking confused. And as you run in, one of them says, what's just happened? Someone ran through the wall. Where's everyone? What's happening?
Get your men. We have to get to the world 83 now.
All right, I'll go get Olgabar.
And then I keep going.
Okay.
I told him to meet me there.
Right. All right. So you run where? Through the tunnel? Where are you planning to go? Through the tunnel or out the front doors to get to the Hall of Worlds?
Whatever's the fastest way to get there.
The tunnel might be faster. You still have no way to get down if you're going inside the world. The only person you know who has a way to get down is Righty.
Yeah, I'm going to run right to him.
All right, so you probably better run out the front doors of the Hall of Scholars then. You run out into the town. You can see that there are gnomes running around doing their daily business. There are some gnomes pulling water from the well. There's Clotilda. She's selling some pottery. Everyone's just running around doing their ordinary business. Everything looks normal. When you come running out, a couple of them jump and turn suddenly to ceramic, but then they relax when they see it's you, and they wave at you.
I don't have time. I just wink and keep running.
All right, you run to Righty's shack.
Yeah.
All right, you run to Righty's shack. What are you gonna do?
I knock on it.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That is a 20.
All right, you hear a.
Oh, I try to smash into the. Wait, is it locked?
Well, you try opening it. It does seem to be barred, maybe, or locked. You're not sure. Probably locked.
I try to unlock it.
Okay, make a tool use check.
That's my proficiency plus
Yep.
my dex.
Yep. Although if you're proficient with tools, I think you actually get an even larger bonus. But go ahead.
It's 19 plus 3 plus.
You unlock it.
Yeah.
All right, you unlock the door, and you can see there's a weird room in here. This is it. You can see there's a cot. You can see that there's a little. He's got a little cooking area. It's back up against the wall of a building. There's also sort of a weird mirror. There's a floor-to-ceiling mirror against the wall, and Righty is in the bed. He's been tied up.
Okay. I don't untie him, but I remove the thing off his. Like, is he?
He's gagged. Yeah.
Yeah, I ungag him.
What's going on here?
Righty,
I've been here for hours and nobody's come by to. This is ridiculous, man. This is. I'm sorry. I need to be quiet. I need to calm down. Shh.
Yeah, calm down, Righty. Calm down. I don't have time for this.
Right.
Nondal did this, I'm assuming.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Where is the Featherfall spell that we traded you?
The Featherfall potion.
Yes, I
You
need
want
it.
the Featherfall? What are you gonna give me for it?
Shut up, Nondal. Righty, I can't even speak correctly. Listen to me. I know that you don't like when people do things to you, and this man has done something very grave to
Wait,
you.
you're gonna go get that guy?
I'm gonna knock his hat off.
All right. Well.
Just let me.
Okay. Untie me for a moment. All right.
Where is it? I'll untie
I
you.
gotta go through. I gotta go get somewhere to get it. Okay. You just gotta wait a moment. Okay. You got untie me.
I untie him.
All right, so you untie him, and he says,
Would you mind turning around for just a moment? It'll only take a moment. Come on. I gotta do this.
I turn around, but I'm kind of using my sword to see.
"Oh, all right. Make a perception check."
Ooh, that's good. That's 20 again.
Okay, so he walks up to the mirror, and he puts his hand on it, and it gets all shimmery, and he walks through the mirror.
Interesting.
And then he comes back out just a moment later. He's in a hurry, obviously. He's not messing around. And he says,
Okay. Here's your potion of Featherfall. All right. Done. And shh, don't tell everybody I just gave it to you. Right.
You got it, Righty.
All right. So yeah, get that guy, knock his block off. Right. I mean, yeah, he was not real friendly with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of him, Righty. And I look at him for a second, and he can see that I'm staring with intensity, like
Yeah.
in an kind of an angry, annoyed look.
yeah.
I'm contemplating punching him in the face,
Uh-huh.
but I resist.
What's
and
up? What is it? What? Don't hurt me.
I won't. Well, I'll see you later, Righty.
Okay.
And then I run away with the potion.
So you run out. As you get to the Hall of Worlds, you can see that Olgabar and some of his men are charging up the steps.
I follow them.
All right, they run down the hall to World 83, and you can see here there are guards here, but one of them is lying on the ground bleeding, and the other one is standing there. He looks like he's stupefied. He's just kind of staring blankly.
I'm gonna use Healing Word on the one that's bleeding.
All right.
First level spell. He would get back. Ooh, that's a lot. 8
All right.
for a first level. It's not
Okay.
bad.
He comes to, and says, "Whoa, what happened? There was a guy. He ran at us. Said something about the jar, the world. What?
I don't
The lid is off." And you look at the jar, and in fact, the lid of your world is in fact not there. It is on the floor next to your world. And Olgabar says, "The dial, it's been set to 1."
I have to go in. I need at least 2 soldiers, 2 or 3 of you to come with me. I need the others to defend this area and tell my friends that I've gone to take care of this. Keep a watch over our world.
Olgabar says, "Aster, would you like me to go with you? Or do you think I should stay here? How important is this?"
It's very important. He took something that could potentially be disastrous. I would like you to come with me, but I don't know. I don't know what's more important. For you to stay here and manage these people. I don't know if there's anybody else who has...
All right, I'll send 2 guards with you, and I'll check in if there's some way we can do that. If I don't know if maybe spells can get through if the lid is off. I don't know.
If you have something like that and you can
I
attempt
could use a sending spell if necessary, but I don't know how all this works. I don't know if the lid needs to be on.
I don't know. I leave that to your discretion. Olgabar, you're a good man.
So are you. Good luck.
I tell him, help my friends.
We'll do what we can.
And I'm taking how many people with me?
Taking the 2 guards he's got with him.
Can I hold on to them as
Sure.
I use Featherfall?
Yeah, you can do that. I think Featherfall will let you hold quite a bit of weight, actually.
Yeah, I think I can use it on a couple of people as we're falling.
Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. Yeah, you could use it on all of you.
Okay, so I'll
It
do...
only lasts a minute, so you'll want to wait a while before you get close to the ground before you activate it.
Yeah, I tell them this is gonna suck, and I push them through.
All right. Well, you'll have to climb up onto the world.
Okay, I don't push them through.
Yeah, that won't work.
So we climb up. Before we leave, I whisper to myself, I'll miss you guys. I hope I can see you again. And I do what I need to do to get in.
You climb up into the jar. The 2 guards, 1 man, 1 woman, look skeptical, but Olgabar orders them in. And that is the exit of Aster Fortuna.
Got it.